everybody. It's been quite a bit since I did a live stream, and I had a few things to take care of, but now I thought I might do a one-off since I have a few things to talk about. Mark is already online, so I'm starting to see the chat populating. Thanks for dropping in. So today we will be talking, of course we will be playing a few songs. There's my father at the cameras, as usual. You want to do a round of cameras? Awesome. And we will be playing a few songs, but we'll also be talking a little bit about improvisation, since maybe some of you know I have released a new course, and this new course is about improvisation. So I will tell you how it can achieve all the diatonic harmonies, so modes, pentatonics and major scales with the 10 boxes, as I promise. I'll tell you how it works. Then I'll tell you about the magic of the modes. And while I'm doing it, I will be alternating with playing. So I'm playing a bit, and then I will talk a little bit. And I will show you how the backing tracks work, because I have this fantastic 40 plus backing tracks with a real band, so you can play with us. We play the backing track for you and you can practice. And also we will try to see how we need to know about harmony and improvisation to analyze the songs that we are playing. Ciao Daniele, hello Mark, ciao Francesco, grande, and hello Elene, it's good to see you from Michigan. So let me just start off by playing one song, and I thought since we're talking about improvisation, the best song to play would be Jeff Beck's Because We Ended as Lovers. So let's just dive right in.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
yeah! I forgot how cool it was to have applause. The fake applause in our cans. Ciao Mirko! Ciao Nico! Ciao Dana! Hello John! Nice to see you all. Thanks for coming by. And as I was saying before, I will be talking a little bit about this new course that I have just released that is called DCLS, or Diesels in a friendly way. And it's a course about improvisation. I think improvisation is exactly like writing. So if you know how to improvise on the guitar, you basically know the rules and the sounds to write music and to make your music more interesting because you have more tools and colors on your palette. And so Bernd and Mark are joining. Well, Mark was already here. And new pickguard, yes, nice spotting. That actually is just the pickguard itself. The guts, it's the same. I just moved the position of the two knobs so they're a little bit more comfortable, especially for doing this like swells type of things. And I'm always fiddling with the volume, so this is a little bit more comfortable. But check it out, this is a bit too close to the switch. So me la ridai un attimo, va, per favore, una vicina, ok. So I had to file a tiny bit of this cap, this plastic cap on the switch, because otherwise there wouldn't have been enough space. So what I was saying about improvisation is that it's writing. Basically it's writing in real time, and when you get the tools to improvise well and to know what chords, what scales work together, you're basically learning how to write music, and you improve the way you write your own licks and phrases on the guitar as well, because you know where to go. You know all the fretboard, and you know where your notes can go. If you don't learn how to improvise and you just write your own licks, you're limited by the amount of things that you know, and that's not something you want to have. So in this course, basically I teach you that. It's not a technique course. There's no phrases, there's no licks. It's a course about knowing what to do, what scales to play, in what circumstances, and how to find the scales on the fretboard, because that's the challenge. You have to know what scale to use and you have to see it quickly. So that's what the DCLS course is gonna give you. And what else? Let me just tell you this, and I'll play another song for you. This is something that I'm really proud of. You have 40 plus backing tracks played by my band, my Stratocaster tribute band. It's 4 musicians, and we play the backing track for you. That's just amazing. You can practice with the band that is actually playing for you. We're playing 40 plus backing tracks for you. Obviously, the address for the course is somewhere around, either in the comments or in the description. It's somewhere there. So I will tell you about this whole thing works in a little bit. But first of all, let me play you another song. And let me just say hi to my friend Fabrizio. Ciao Fabrizio. And this song is actually a simple one. It's Cocaine by Eric Clapton. And well, actually J.J. Cale as well, because everybody says that I have to say it's J.J. Cale's song, otherwise they get offended. And thanks Tim, it's not mine, I just found it on YouTube. The great Tim Sparks is with us. Ciao Tim. I'm really sad I missed the Germany tour, but I'm sure we will do something together pretty soon. And it's a simple song. Still, it plays modally. It's not a classic diatonic song. It's not playing on the one of the key, if you know what I mean. Not everybody knows this stuff. That's what the course is about. But it's modal. You're actually playing on a modal progression. I'll talk about it later. So I can use modes on it, and I will. So let me just play Cocaine for you, and then I'll tell you what I'm doing. All right, let's a little less reverb. me get this backing track going, and there you go. Kick them blues, cocaine. If your day is dull and you won't ride on cocaine, she don't lie, cocaine. All right. Okay. Hey, Bruce. Chip. What's up, Chip? From Nashville. Straight cooking. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, man. Thanks a bunch. Ciao, Monica. Eccola. Non poteva mancare con le sue cornine. And again, thanks everybody for tuning in. We're actually talking about improvisation and playing a few songs about it. There's going to be a little bit of fingerstyle in a bit, so not much, because we're actually talking about improvisation. I was saying that Cocaine is a very simple song, apparently, but if you analyze the harmony of the song, you find out that you have a 5 and a 4 of the progression of the key that you're in. You're actually in A major, but you're only playing E and D. So you're playing the 5 and the 4. The easy way out is just to play pentatonic, minor pentatonic throughout, and that's what most players do, what Clapton does, but not always. Many players mix minor pentatonics with major pentatonics, but actually what's going on here is that you're playing on a Mixolydian song. Mixolydian is the 5th mode of a key. We're in A major, and we're playing E Mixolydian. So That's the beauty of modes. You have a root, but you're not playing the key of that root. You're playing the 5th degree, the 5th degree. And you have a scale that is the A major scale, but you see it from a different perspective. So if you try to play A major on top of the song, that will never work, because you're not playing A, you're playing E. So, because of that, modes are truly important. In the third part of the course that I'm telling you about, the DCLS course, it's about modes. You have to get there. You don't want to start with modes, you have to start with pentatonics, work your way up to major scales, and from major scales you go to modes. So that's the full journey, and that's the course that I'm offering. Actually, it's 3 separate courses: pentatonics, major scales, and modes. But the best thing to do is to get the 3 courses together as a bundle, because it's a lot of saving, you can save a lot of money, and you take the full journey. You know pentatonics, you do it quick, maybe just do pentatonics really quick, then brush up major scales, learn how to analyze chord progressions, which is really important, and then get to modes. So even if you think you know major scales and pentatonics, you should probably go through the full course. But of course, if you know them very well and you feel confident enough, just start with the modes. Okay, so enough talking. Let me say hi to a few new people in the chat. Yub61, thank you. I will call you Yub for now. Thanks, Bernd. Ciao, Franco. Okay, so let me play another song. This one is a fingerstyle song. And I will play it with a B&G guitar, which is this semi-hollow body guitar. I thought I muted this. I didn't. Okay. The semi-hollow body guitar. And it's from Israel, from my friends at B&G Guitars. It's a beautiful instrument, and it has some unique features and sound. And I will play a very complex, harmonically complex song that is a standard. I mean, if you go to jam with people, chances are the song might come up. And to improvise over the song is really not that easy, because you have a few key changes, and also you can play it basically with simple scales, but you can also use some altered scales. But altered scales are not, I mean, the Superlocrian and the Lydian flat 7, these are not included in the course. But even if you use just modes and major scales, this is a very complex progression to play over, and you have to know your fretboard very well, or you'll get lost, or maybe just not do something really interesting with it. Let's see if I can pull it off and do something interesting, because maybe I'm just talking, and at the end I'm not going to do anything good myself, but still, let's try. And I have my friend Federicuccio. Some of you might remember him. He's not here with me, but he's going to play percussions for us. So I'll have a backing track with percussions, and I'm going to play my fingerstyle arrangement of the song, and then improvise over it. And then I will tell you a little bit about the scales that you need to improvise on top of the song, which are quite a few. So let me just go on and play it for you, and then we'll talk. For some reason, the fake applause always makes me laugh. Hey, Bern, yeah, I know it sounds familiar. We did a collaboration with Bernd, and he recorded this arrangement, and then I took a little solo on it, and he did as well. Check it out on Bern's page. And Bern's a great guitarist from Germany. Thank you, Urs. Is that the correct way to say your name? I hope so. Urs, thank you very much. And as I was mentioning, besides the arrangement, the fingerstyle arrangement, which, by the way, is greatly helped by the fact that I know what notes I can improvise on top of the chords with. Because if you know the notes you can play to improvise, you know the notes you can play to spice up the arrangement. So even if you're an acoustic guitar player, and I know many of my friends are, you might benefit, actually you will benefit from knowing how to improvise, because you will know the fretboard better and you will know what notes you can use to color your arrangements. Otherwise you just end up playing just the chords as they are and the melody as it is. If you know improvisation, you can go and use the notes that you know go well on those chords, on those harmonic progressions, to make them sound better. And that's actually something that I think is really valuable even for an acoustic fingerstyle guitar player who doesn't improvise much. And this is what I try to convey to you in this new course. As I say it again, the course is called DCLS and is Diesels for Friends, is dual caged layer system. And I will talk about it a bit more later. I mentioned the backing tracks, which are, by the way, something that I'm really proud of. Actually, I can show them to you. Hold on a second. I prepared something that can show you how these backing tracks work. But first, I was telling you about the scales for the song. So this song is basically in F minor, but the riff, the piano riff from it comes from originally. It's actually a Dorian F minor. So right away, you need to be able to play in D Dorian. You can play F minor, sorry, not D Dorian, F Dorian. You can play the pentatonic, of course, but it's limiting. And if you want to play a full 7-note scale on top of it, you will have to be able to play Dorian. So, that's the aim of the course, to take you from playing the pentatonics and build on top of them, layering the major scale or the mode on top of the pentatonic. So, as I was saying, this is Dorian. Then it goes to D flat, which is the 4th chord of F minor, with the 7th. So that's another challenge. You're basically in the same key, F minor, but you're actually changing a few things. So you have to be able to switch scale, and that's something that we deal with in the course. Again, the progression goes on to play D minor. So we have F minor, D flat, 7, 9, D minor. So there's a huge continuous changing in the harmony. If you want to keep up with that, you have to know modes. If you don't have modes clear on the fretboard, you're lost. It's hard. It's hard for me, even if I know modes. I have to be aware of what's happening. But if you listen to me play, you can tell how interesting the harmony is, and how you can follow what's happening harmonically, not just playing the notes of the scales. And that's because you're playing the modes and not the major scale they come from. Because you're playing F minor, Dorian, you're not playing E flat major, you're focusing on that F minor. That's really important. I will tell you something more about that in a little bit, but I've been talking too much. Let's play another song, and Let me just say hi to a few people. Ciao Stefano, Stefano Barbati, grande chitarrista marchigiano o abruzzese, perdonami, ho detto. Thanks Javier, and Dana likes the guitar. Yeah, it's a great guitar, I love it. But now I will switch it to the acoustic guitar. I was supposed to play mostly electric tonight, but I don't feel comfortable not playing acoustic at all. So let me just grab my acoustic guitar and we can play something for my acoustic guitar lovers out there. So let me think what I can play for you acoustically. Let's first yeah, I can play for you a little bit of Beatles because that's my staple. I love to play the Beatles, and let's go with that. Do we have everything? Yes, we do. All right. Yeah! I always love to play the Beatles. Hope you like it too. Monica sending a emoji which I don't see in my chat, but I'm sure it's a cool one. And 15th fret, thank you very much. Oh, that's really nice of you. Thank you very much. Grazie Fabrizio. Thanks Urs. And thank you Bernd. And talking about these arrangements, I think really a lot of the things that go outside of the melody plus chords that I do come from both my background as an electric improviser and as an arranger in pop music. But arranging in pop music comes from being an improviser as well, because I know the notes that I can use. That's really important. So I'm not trying just to push my course. I'm actually trying to push you to learn to improvise and learn music and harmony. Because that's really a shortcut. Because you can get there by self-teaching you and feeding yourself a lot of information. Many players reached great results. Well, Tommy Emmanuel is maybe the most bright example of this. He's self-taught, he doesn't know much about music theory, but still he can make beautiful arrangements and beautiful improvisation as well. But to get there, it took him a lifetime. And he's Tommy Emmanuel, or Jimi Hendrix, or, you know what I mean. I mean, those people are not us. They're exceptions. For us, normal beings, we need to cut corners and we need to find ways to get to stuff faster and with something that is organized. So I firmly believe that learning improvisation is the best way to get there, because you learn how music works by doing something fun, which is improvising on top of songs, which is what every guitar player actually loves doing. So let me play another song, so I try not to talk too much, and after that we might see how this 10 boxes, this DCLS 10 boxes system works, which is interesting, and I think it's the main reason why this system and approach works is because it's very simple. Since it boils down to just a few scales, scale patterns on the fretboard, not scales itself, that help you to unleash the power of those things in an easier way, because it's less information and you can do more with less information. Hey Walter, ciao from Canada, my Italian friend in Canada. Okay, let me play you a Sting song, which is another song that I heavily changed the chords, and it's always because of this improvisation thing. You know what you can do. Okay, so let me get the backing track. And ciao Diana, grande Diana. Welcome. Ok. Arrivi al momento giusto, secondo me. No, I have two backing tracks open. I'm sorry about that. Okay. I don't drink coffee, I take tea, my dear. I like my toast done on one side, and you can hear it in my accents when I talk. I'm an Englishman in New York. You see me walk walking down Fifth Avenue. I walk in Kenny at my side. Taking everywhere I walk. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. If manners maketh manners, someone say, he's the hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Modesty, propriety can lead to notoriety, but you can end up as the only one. Gentleness, sobriety are rare in this society. A night a candle brighter than the sun. Takes more than combat gear to make a man. Takes more than a license for a gun. Confront your enemies, avoid them when you can. A gentleman would walk would never run. If manners maketh manners, someone say yeah. He's the hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Woo! So much fun. And so many chords. Alright, hello Peter, welcome. Ciao Sergio, Six Bar Jailer, ciao bello. Ciao Mimmo, che bello vederti Mimmo, come stai? Grazie Robby. Hey Keith, yeah, long time no see, I know. I'm thinking about starting live streaming regularly again, but still not sure how and when. But be on the lookout, I really enjoy doing this, and thanks for tuning in. Okay, let me read Burns' comment. I would love to learn more about improvisation as a fingerstyle player. I'm not... Okay, let me read it well. I would love to learn more about improvisation as a fingerstyle player. I'm not really used to it. That's what I was talking about. And I miss the ability sometimes when I play with others. Good point. Could be a Christmas present for me. Yes, of course, it could be. And that's basically the most obvious reasons for learning how to improvise. Jamming with other people and It's really the other part which I think is really important though, which it is the way it can influence the way you arrange songs, because you open up a lot of possibilities by knowing what scales you can use on those chords. So I think really it's writing in real time. Composition is writing in real time. So let me tell you about this Diesel's 10 boxes only approach, which is something I'm really proud of. It's a distillation. Can I say distillation? Never mind. I distilled it in 30 years of playing, and usually you get a lot of scales, scale patterns, scale positions, informations, and you end up with really too much information, too many things to put together when you improvise, when you play, when you compose. I think the best thing you can do is to simplify. And this system does exactly that. It simplifies the number of things you have to think about and learn when you play. Because it uses the caged system, which many of you might be familiar with if you play the guitar and if you're an improviser. So you start with a chord. So let's say you have an E major. You have this chord of E major, which is the same as an A major in first position. You play it here. And the caged approach is basically tying scales to these simple chords you have on the first positions. I won't talk too much about it because it's a long topic and I don't want to waste too much time. But what you basically do is that you have this chord and you learn this is a major chord, so a major pentatonic tied to that chord. So it's much easier to remember. If I was to look for a, I don't know, D flat major pentatonic here, it would be harder looking for a root or looking for the full box. The fastest thing you can do is just look for the chord. You know this chord, everybody knows these chords. Just have to know a little bit of notes on the low strings just to find the root, but you know this chord. If you know this chord and you learn the major pentatonic tied to this chord, you have it. You don't have to look for it. It's already embedded in the chord. That's the same for major scales. I didn't have to think this was a D flat major scale. I just needed the chord. And that is also true for modes. If I wanted a Mixolydian D flat, I will use the same chord to find the Mixolydian mode. How to do it is actually really simple, but takes some exercise. It will take you a little bit of time, but if you use the system, you will not have to think about pentatonic, major scale, mode. It will be instant. And it's not just because of the caged approach, it's also because I use something that I call layering. So DCLS means dual caged layered system. Dual caged is because it's doubled caged, so it works for major chords as well for minor chords. And caged sometimes really doesn't work for minor chords, especially a couple of positions on the fretboard. I fixed that in a peculiar way. So with Jimmy and Slash, but that's in the course. And I lost myself actually. Mi sono perso. Che stavo dicendo? Dual caged for this reason, major and minor, and layered because you actually layer things on top of another. So this is a C major scale, but depending on what notes I play on top of a specific chord, I get a different result. I get a different mode, because modes come from the major scale, but they're not the major scale. That's why we have them in the first place. If a mode was the major scale it comes from, we wouldn't need them. So if I play these notes on top of a C major scale, I'm playing a C major chord. I am playing a C major scale. But if I'm playing those notes on top of an F chord, I'm actually playing an F Lydian scale, which comes from the major scale of C, but it's not the major scale of C. It has the same notes, but the balance of power of the different notes, the different 7 notes in the scale, it's altered. It's not the same as it was. So I don't want to get too much into the lesson here, because the lesson is the course and not everybody's interested in it. But that's how it works. Modes are derived from the major scale, but they're not the major scale. They're a different set of balance of power among the notes of C major. So that's what I'm trying to convey with the course. So if I play the same exact notes on top of a D minor chord, I'm actually playing a D Dorian. When I go and play on top of a song that has a D Dorian, I will not play those 7 notes the same way that I play those notes when I'm just playing C major. I will be playing D something. And that D something, in the case of D Dorian, will be really tied to the D minor pentatonic, because that's what everybody does when he sees a song in D. He plays the pentatonic, but if you want to get to the mode and play the D Dorian mode, you just have to know how to put the 2 missing notes on top of that pentatonic. So you have the chord, you have the pentatonic, and you have the mode. I do that with what I call the modal note, which is the bridge between the pentatonic and the full mode, the full scale. And that's actually really simple, but is a process. You get there. And the DCLS or Diesel's course is exactly guiding you from pentatonics to major scales and understanding the harmony to using modes. So it's all diatonic harmony, and it's a full journey. I'm really proud of it. I hope you can check it out. Let me show you the backing tracks. So I cannot play on top of it because it would be out of sync, but this is the backing tracks. So what you see on top is us playing, and the PDF contains all the chords, the chart. You can follow and play along. Again, I won't play because it would be completely out of sync. You don't want that. And as you can see, you can play, and it's really like you're jamming with us. I'm obviously out of time now with the guitar, but you can see how it looks like. You watch us, you feel like you're playing with us, and you practice the mode. In this case, this is a modal backing track. It's the Mixolydian mode. There's really a bunch of different backing tracks. Some are fast, some are slow, some are rock, some are more popish or fusiony or punk. no punk, sorry. Bluesy, like in this case. And it's really like you're playing with us. You have a full band at your disposal to practice. So let me play another song for you, so we don't talk too much and we play some music as well. Ciao Massimiliano. Massimiliano used to be a student of mine, a very good one actually, and he took this course when it was not a course, it was just private lessons, and I'm proud to say he's a great player, and I hope I helped him a little bit. And by teaching this stuff for like 30 years, I synthesized it. it's not as complex as when I started. So now it's really the distillation, again, I don't know if this word even exists, but of the approach that I've been having for my whole life, which is I'm about turning 50 this year, so it's quite a long time. All right, so can I play? What can I play? Let me play a song with the electric guitar. Maybe we'll get back to the acoustic in a little bit. I will get the BNG again to play this song that a friend of our live stream, Lulin, that today is not with us but used to be always present, named the Netflix song. It's just a jam. It's not really a song, but still it has some quite interesting changes at a certain point, and it's perfect to describe the challenges of improvising over a more complex harmony. Let me play it for you. Let's hope this is in tune. And let's go. This is called Larry. Let me see if somebody understands why. It's not starting? Yeah. Yes. I like to play this song, especially because of the challenge of the different chords, harmony, and keys that you get to play on top of. If you go to the A section is basically G major or E natural minor, but basically I'm not playing G major, I'm actually playing E Aeolian, which is the 6th degree of G major. So I'm actually playing modally even the first part. When you go to the B section, da 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 da. This is all G major. Da 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 da. This changes. It goes to G minor. Da 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 da. This changes quite a bit. So we go from the 2nd degree of G major da 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 to the 2nd degree of B flat major. Then we go to da 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 E flat major, another change. Da 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 G major again, another change. Da, and this is F major. So there's a lot of changes going on. There's changes every bar. You have to be fluent to improvise on top of it. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just saying it because the joy and the beauty of being able to navigate through those changes is really something. I really enjoy it. And that allowed me to write those changes because I know examples of stuff like that. I went through those studying other people's songs and understanding them. Maybe some jazz standard, even some pop songs, older pop songs have some of these things going on. And I think it's really important to get into it. And this course, DCLS, gives you this ability. So enough talking about the course. I have to say goodbye. Goodbye, Bern. It was good to see you, my friend. And thanks, Mark, for confirming that distillation is a good word to use. So I wasn't sure. Mark is a good friend from the United States. If he says it's correct, it's correct. All right. So what more can I tell you? The last thing that I want to tell you about the course, and that's I promise is the last thing I tell you, is that it teaches you to understand harmony as well. You learn the scales, but also you learn the harmony and how to analyze and understand chord progressions. So if you see a chord progressions like, let's say the one that I showed you, which is really complex, but even simpler ones, you know what's going on and consequently what scale to use. So go check it out. It's on sale right now. 3 courses: pentatonics, major scales, modes. A unique system of 10 boxes only. And I would like to play you one of my songs now, which also has a very complex solo section. And maybe you like this because it's a song that I've been playing for a long time on these live streams. And it's one of my favorite amongst the one that I wrote. And Fabio is asking what guitar I'm playing, but I think he was referring to the B&G. Let me get it back again. This is an Israeli-made guitar from my friends at B&G Guitars. And it's a semi-hollow guitar with P90 style pickups, and I think it sounds great. This is the Crossroads version, which is the, let's say, economic one. And they also have the handmade in Israel version. But I can tell you, this sounds really great already. So, before I do this, let me just call Morando.
Eccolo.
Let me just call my father. Vuoi venire a prendere?
Cosa mi vuoi dare?
we have this little tradition where we share a tiny bit of really dark chocolate. So it's half me and half for him. So it's my father. He's doing the camera thing.
Ciao. Vado.
And this song that I've been playing for a long time on this live stream is called Start Again. And really hope you enjoy it. Check out the solo section where something harmonically interesting is going on. I just checked that the guitar is fairly in tune. Yeah, I think it is. All right. Yeah. Step in a sea of tranquility. All is quiet in the middle of my journey. But is this moonlight less from dear? I don't know hunger, feel no fear. All is quiet in the middle of my journey. Will I wait for my call and end, resting slowly in this golden cave? Sometimes you just need to start again and wipe out the image of yourself. No matter how big the house you build, no matter how dense your sense of guilt, sometimes you need to start again. Start again. You gotta make wings out of yours and push your ship to unknown shores. We were born to pursue to knowledge, but we tied to our feet and saw in our brains fearful thoughts that become our chains. We were born to pursue to knowledge. Will you wait for your call and age, swallowed by the comfort of the minimum wage? Sometimes you just need to start again and wipe out the image of yourself. short of a minimum wage. Sometimes you just need to start again. Wipe off the image of yourself. No matter how big or smell, no matter how dense your sense of guilt, sometimes you need to start again. Sometimes you need to start again. Sometimes you need to start again. Ok. Cinzia, Dana e Diana, grazie. Some people really couldn't probably follow all the talking about keys and key changes and pentatonics and modes. But I hope you had fun following the journey with me tonight. It's kind of late, so I think I will play just one more song to say goodnight. If you're into playing guitar and improvisation, please check out this course on improvisation that is called DCLS. I think in the comments you will find all the links, and even in the description and various platforms that you're following from. And thanks everybody for being with us. I think I will play an acoustic song, which is a great good night song. I feel like using... Fabiotini is asking me to play something from chat. This is not really the night for playing chat, but I will play maybe just a tiny bit of something, just to... let me think. What can I play from chat? Maybe a little bit of this, right? Just a little bit, because I want to play something else and improvise a little more, and I didn't actually remember it very well. But the song that I want to play, it's a Sting song that has a very simple harmony, but still I can play a little bit of the concepts that are into these improvisation course. This is mostly major scale. I have an interesting comment from 15th fret that he says that there's quite a bit of Sting influence in this song, and there is. Sting is one of my favorite artists of all time. So yes, there is. Grazie Fabio. And thank you, Dean. Thanks for staying with us. Alright, let me play this song, which is Shape of My Heart. And please do check out the course if you're interested. Okay. This is a very good night song. For us in Europe, it's night, but for you guys in the US, it's actually broad daylight. So it's Have a Nice Day song. One, two, three, four. competition. And those he plays never suspect. He doesn't play for the money he wins. He don't play for respect. He deals the cards to find the answer. A secret geometry of chance. The hidden law of a probable outcome. The numbers lead against. I know that the spades are the swords of a soldier. I know that the clubs are weapons of war. I know that diamonds meant money for those art. But that's not the shape of my heart. He may play the jack of diamonds. He may lay the queen of spades. He may conceal the king in his eye. With the memory of it fades. I know that the spades are the swords of a soldier. I know that the clubs are weapons of war. I know that diamonds meant money for those art. But that's not the shape of my heart. That's not the shape of my heart. That I loved you. You maybe think there's something wrong. I'm not the man of too many faces. The mask I wear is one. For those who speak know nothing and find out to the cost. For those who curse their luck in too many places. For those whose fear is lost. I know that the spades are the swords of a soldier. I know that the clubs are weapons of war. I know that diamonds meant money for those eyes. But that's not the shape of my heart. That's not the shape of my heart. That's not the shape of my heart. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to play for you guys. Ciao Doc, ciao Giacomo, grandi. Yes, I did it again. Il solo che manca nell'originale. Yeah, the original is missing a solo, but nobody's doing guitar solos since the early 2000s probably. Thank you everybody. Thanks again. Please do check out the course. Go on my website. I can actually, since it's the end of the live stream, I can show you a little bit of the course. Sorry, not this one, but this one. This is the page where the course is. and you go to lessons.albertolombardi.com, and you'll find a clear explanation of what the course is about, all the things that you will find inside. I will describe the journey, and there's a backing track example that you can see. All the good stuff. It's really thorough, so you will find all the informations that you need. Please go and check it out. It's really been a pleasure. Thanks again to my father for operating the cameras. And I really hope to see you soon, guys, with another live stream. Thank you very much.